If you look at a fruit, you just see something that will make for a nice meal. I look at a fruit, and among the things I see is the past. It's the past. Every fruit has its past right there. What does your past say about you? And what can you do about your past? In this video, we'll be sharing some ideas on the past and why you should strike a good balance between learning from the past and letting go of the past. Join me in the video. Okay, so welcome back. My name is Jerry Halm, and like I keep saying, I'm your fruitfulness coach. I am obsessed with fruits and what they teach us. The Bible said we should go learn. Yes, he said we should learn from the ants, but we can learn from fruits. We can learn from so many things. Today, I want to share some thoughts on why the past can be either a hindrance or an aid to being fruitful. First of all, I look at this pineapple, and I'm looking here, and I'm seeing something that looks like a scar. It could be the peduncle, it could be the pedicel. Every other fruit has it. This tangerine has one here. Pineapple has another one here, telling you that they broke off from somewhere. That is representative of the past. Your past could leave scars that you carry around. The scars must serve a purpose. And that is why we say when you look in the past, you learn from the past. But then you must also realize that there are times when you must let go of the past. You cannot allow the past always to hang around you. And even if the past leaves a scar, you must learn to let go of the past. Too many people live a life where they are driving forward, but they are not looking through the windshield, but they are looking at the mirror that is reflecting what is behind them. When you do that, you're not letting go of the past. Have you realized that the windshield is so big, but the mirror, the rear view mirror, is small? What you do is you look and learn from the past, and then the way is forward for you to go. When you begin to look at the rear view mirror and use that to drive, you lose focus on what is ahead of you. And that is why it is of importance that we strike that beautiful balance. The fruits learn how to do that. Have you realized that when you're about to consume a fruit, we can use this tangerine, you break off that bit. You break it off. You break off the past. That is when the fruit then becomes useful. For as long as the past is attached to it, the fruit still has its past. But we cannot live in the past. We must learn from the past and let the past bring gratitude and growth. Why? Because you should be grateful for the scars of the past. They taught you. They brought you where you are. Be grateful that you suffered that setback. I'm not saying it was right. I'm not saying it was wrong. I'm just saying it happened. Learn from it. And then when you learn from it, be grateful that you have learned from it. And then from there you can grow. But when you look in the past, and all the past brings is the pain. The pain holds you back from growing. It affects your fruitfulness. This channel is all about fruitfulness. So anything that affects fruitfulness, we'll talk about it. The past can affect fruitfulness. If you don't learn to be grateful for the lessons of the past, and then you move on and grow. Too many people are living in the past presently. They are still living in the past presently. So even when life presents an opportunity for growth, they still look in the past. Oh, I mean, have you come across people who you mention your name and your name reminds them of someone who had them in the past, and they are mad at you. You didn't do anything. It's just that you had a name. Sometimes it's your tribe. It's where you're coming from. People say, you never marry from this tribe. Why? Because somebody from that tribe had my great-great-grandmother. That is the whole family living in the past. People say, won't allow you to marry from these people because they hurt us some time back. We are living in the past. The past is supposed to teach us lessons. We're supposed to pick those lessons and use those lessons to grow. Until you do that, you are still stuck in the past. But the fruit is no more stuck in the past. The past has been broken off. It left a scar. It left a scar. Painful scar, but the past is still broken off. When you look at the scar should teach you a lesson, so that you don't make the mistakes you made in the past, but don't let the past hold you back. Until this pineapple was broken off from its past, it was still going to remain in the past. That is the mother plant, but it broke off, and now it's sitting on my desk here, and it will be good for some salad. You never know. Also, another thing is, when you let go of the pain of the past, you then begin to become free from the negative emotions of the past, right? So that which hurts you, you can look back and smile and say, hey, yes, it hurts, but I've learned from it. I think one of the most beautiful examples of letting go of the past and looking forward has to be in the Bible, when Joseph told his brothers, when the dad died and the brothers thought Joseph it was revenge time. He didn't revenge. He said, you meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. So there are times when you must look at the past and say, yeah, it was meant for evil, but you survived, right? Another of the lessons you can learn from the past, which is why you learn the lesson and let the past go. How you can strike the beautiful balance is this. When you look at the past scar, when you look at the past and you see the scar, let it teach you the lesson that you are tough because you survived. If it wasn't the fact that you survived, you would have died. But hey, you survived. The scar should remind you that you survived. That should make you stronger for tomorrow. For too many people, they still look at the scar and wallow in a pity party in the past and say, oh, why did this thing happen? Why did this scar? No. You survived. That shows you're strong. It means that no matter the challenges you're facing today, you will survive. Why? Because you survived one. How do we know? The scar. The scar is proof that you survived. You didn't let go. You didn't allow anybody to keep you down. You survived. You left a scar, but you survived. You should celebrate your scars. Learn to celebrate your scars. They are proof that you survived and you're a survivor. So whatever you're going through today too, you would survive. And as a matter of fact, scars can be beautiful. Scars can be beautiful. If you're looking for a child and you're a woman, and for years you tried and you look at what's happening, and one day you finally took seed, and they said, hey, you know what, you need to go through a cesarean section and all that. You really don't mind, right? Because you want a child more. Now, that C-section might leave a scar, right? So when you stand in the mirror and you look at the scar, that scar reminds you of the baby you gave birth to, that beautiful, that precious life that you brought into the earth. You don't look at the baby and get angry and say, look at what you did to my tummy. No. You know why? That scar, the disfigurement or the whatever nastiness that scar is a scar to be celebrated, because out of that scar came that beautiful life that you brought. So the scars should actually be celebrated. Leave the past in the past. Celebrate the scars. Learn from the scars. The lessons they taught you, don't let the lessons be lost on you, but then let the lessons strengthen you and cultivate that inner peace. That, listen, no matter what life throws my way, because I survived one, I'll survive this one too. And that then becomes the base on which you build your fruitfulness. Too many people struggle to be effective or to produce anything of worth in life simply because they're still living in the past. They allow the past to shape their thoughts. They allow the past to hold them back. They allow the past to... No, God didn't mean us to live in the past. Otherwise, our eyes would have been at the back of our heads. Your eyes are in front of you because God wants you to live in front of you. The rest of your life is in front of you. The rest of your life is in front of you. Have you realized that there is only a few minutes or for some seconds that you can turn your head to look behind you and not feel the pain in your neck? There's just a few minutes you can do that. Because immediately, why? Because you are meant to look forward. You are meant to celebrate, learn from the past, let it go, and then look forward. Because by looking forward, you get to enjoy all that God has for you, enjoy all that life has for you. Another reason why you need to let go of the past but still learn from the past is that it is only when you let go of the past that you create room for new experiences. It's exciting experiences. There are so many things waiting for. Let me use a relationship. Somebody's been hurt in the past, and so the person decided that I'm closing all the windows, all the portals, the windows, the doors to my heart, and locking the key. And I swallow the key. I won't give my heart to anybody else. You know what happens? Yes, it might bring a bit of comfort to you because no one is come to hurt you. But guess what? You are closing that same heart to more exciting experiences. You are closing that part of your life to something that would have been a lot and a lot more interesting in taking your life to the next level. You're still at class 1 because you didn't let go of the past. Learn from the past. The fruits have learned from the past. There's so much to learn from fruits. This pawpaw has learned from the past. It's broken off from the mother tree. It's here. And it's only when it broke off that it will become useful for us. Otherwise, it will still be stuck on it and will get rotten on it, and then it won't achieve anything. So look at the pawpaw, look at the fruits that you have, and use these fruits lessons to become more fruitful. And that is my wish for you. So till next time, anytime you see a fruit, look for the scar and let it remind you that the scars are just reminders of the past, but then we let go of them after we've picked the lesson and we use that lesson to go forward. Till next time, have a good one. And as always, go be fruitful.